Well, I'm pretty happy today because the United States Postal Service has once again given us Star Wars postage stamps. And in this case, they have done stamps for the droids of the Star Wars universe. And there are three ways you can get these if you collect stamps. You can get first day covers, as you can see here. And I'm going to show you these in more detail. You can go ahead and get yourself a sheet of the stamps. And I bought two of these, and I'm going to keep one in my album, and the other one I gave to Mary, and she actually is using these for letters and cards that she's sending to people. And the third offer is the Guide to a Galaxy Far, Far Away. And I purchased this, and I have not seen what's in it yet. And I'm going to open it on camera, and we'll see if it's worth the $37.95 price. I actually got it much cheaper. I got it for $36 or $35 plus a little bit of shipping. I used the online store, so I think if you use the online store, you can get a little bit cheaper. So anyway, we're gonna look through all of this. First, I just figured I would show you a recap of the Star Wars stamps that have already come out. I got these. These are little souvenir showcases for some of the stamps. As you can see, I have two on this first day cover. Han and Chewie and X-Wing Fighter. And this was just an unveiling ceremony, and it's a nice souvenir. And then if we flip through the old stamp album here, and we get to, I believe these were the first Star Wars postage stamps, and they have characters, vehicles, and scenes from the first 6 movies, or maybe let's just say the only 6 movies. I think we're all in agreement that the sequel trilogy can go ahead and just be something else. And I want to say that this Yoda stamp right here proved to be so popular that they made a whole sheet of just Yoda, because everyone wants that Yoda stamp, and this was a special kind of a bonus. So I think that this set will fit nicely with my Star Wars collection, as this is just the droids, and we already have a C-3PO and an R2-D2 stamp right here, but and the C-3PO is very similar, but the R2-D2 is altogether different. And on this sheet we also have IG-11 from The Mandalorian. We have K2SO from Rogue One. We have DO from The Rise of Skywalker. We have L337 from Solo. Chopper from Rebels. 21B from The Empire Strikes Back and other movies. The Gonk droid from A New Hope. BB-8 from The Force Awakens. And at that point, I think they have tried to cover all of the Star Wars movies in some way or another. The exceptions are, I don't see R5-D4 or any droids that were showcased in Return of the Jedi, like the Torture droid would have been a good pick. That worked in Jabba's droid dungeon. There really weren't any of the mini droids we saw in The Phantom Menace, But I guess you could sort of say R2 and D2 and C3PO cover all of the movies. But we also don't have the Death Star droid, very popular classic droid. We don't have Obi-Wan or Ahsoka Tano's droids that were frequent in the Clone Wars. But I guess they had to make some tough decisions to get these stamps out. So I think that these two probably will be the least popular. I think that most people didn't ever warm up to L3, L7, a character that was originally intended to be comedic, but was rewritten in such a way as many people perceived that it was a reflection of political issues at the time Solo was made that have already kind of that type of pandering is already kind of going away or out of style. And Dio, just no one warmed up to Dio. I'm sorry, he was a cute little droid, but he came in late in the game. It just, I don't know. I don't think there was a lot of good about the Rise of Skywalker. I'm taking some tea. I think everyone liked K2SO from Rogue One. Great character. And I think Rogue One was a great movie. IG-11, certainly from The Mandalorian, is a popular and well-liked droid. Everyone loves 21B, the medical droid. Anyone who's watched Rebels loves Chopper. Probably Chopper is everyone's favorite character from Rebels. Not quite as stoic as Kanan Jarrus or annoying as Ezra. I think it's a toss-up between Chopper and Sabine or Hera as the standout characters from Rebels. BB-8, and I liked BB-8, even though I don't really care for the sequel trilogy. I still liked BB-8. And I'm not trying to completely trash L337. I just think that it was a poorly done. The idea that Lando and L337 were having some kind of intimate relationship was really that did not go down well with a lot of people, including myself. And I thought that she was somewhat caustic, and I think she was originally written to be funny. According to what I understood, the original directors of Solo were the guys who directed the Lord and something, the ones who directed the Lego movie, which was a funny movie, and they were fired and replaced by Ron Howard, and L337 was changed into sort of an activist for droid rights or something along those lines, and that's just ludicrous. And it's the type of pandering, and let me just explain this. That pandering's not good because it exploits and cheapens real struggles that are going on in the world. We don't need Hollywood to try to spell things out for us. We just want to watch movies for the pure escapism. We don't need them to translate our current times with ridiculous plots like that, because that's just ridiculous. That's all there is to it. I enjoyed Solo, don't get me wrong. I enjoyed the movie very much, but I think when they decide to do politics through the Hollywood filter, they invariably get it wrong. So let's look now at first day covers. So I love first day covers, and there are two types of first day covers you can get. You can get a plain black and white stamp, or you can get this deluxe shimmering stamp that has a special symbol for each droid on a special envelope for each droid. May 4th, May the 4th be with you, 2021. Nicasio, California, and I apologize if I'm not pronouncing that correctly. 94946. Now let's discuss the significance of these first day covers. So this is L337, or Elite. And L337 Oops. I actually have the action figure. I think she was a very cool looking droid. I believe this action figure even comes apart. But like I said, I think if they kept her funny, it would have been a much better character. But anyway, I still like the figure, still like the movie. So she has a Millennium Falcon here because, as we find out in the end of Solo, if you want to accept it as canon, her mind becomes the navigation system for, or the nav computer that Han frequently references in the Millennium Falcon. So that's the significance of that. And look at the beautiful printing on these stamps now that you can see them in light. I mean, that's just gorgeous. So, and there's a picture of Leet right here, her name, and they have, weirdly, it has name right here. I'm not sure why. I mean, that's the name of the droid. I guess they're just trying to indicate that's the name of the droid so it won't confuse people, but I feel like people who are buying these stamps would know that. C-3PO, oh my gosh, the classic Star Wars, half of the classic pair of Star Wars droids. Rebel Alliance logo, of course, an appropriate stamp for C-3PO. All the other information is the same. And a picture of C-3PO right here. And this beautiful stamp. Next is Chopper with a Rebel Alliance logo again. A great scene of Chopper, not quite the same as the stamp, blasting off with his rockets. Chopper is one of my favorite droids from one of my favorite shows, full of great characters and at a time when Hollywood knew how to get things right. A great ensemble, and I always said that at least the first few seasons of Rebels were like the continuation of Firefly, one of my favorite shows. So I highly recommend Rebels if you haven't watched it. Comic droid IG-11 from The Mandalorian. One of the funniest parts of The Mandalorian, voiced by Taika Waititi. We've always wanted to see IG-88 in action. We've always heard the stories about IG-88. And this is the closest we can get, is watching IG-11 in action. IG-88, the original story goes, is he was this gruesome, murderous droid that killed his own maker and became a bounty hunter. Well, IG-11 in action is a force to be reckoned with, and I really loved the episodes he was in. The Gonk, another comic droid. I don't know why they put a Rebel Alliance logo, because the Gonks could be anywhere. They're neutral. They're not Rebel droids. They're basically power droids. They're funny, goofy. And the original action figure was just called Power Droid, I think. They poor Dio. I mean, Dio was voiced by J.J. Abrams. It was a late addition droid to the Star Wars franchise, kind of like a little puppy that had been abused. I think that's the best way to describe Dio, is that he was a little droid that was brutalized by this Sith hunting character, and that whole thing is just weird. I mean, I get it, but yeah, I just never warmed up to Dio. Good old T-1B from The Empire Strikes Back, the trusty medical droid that fixed Luke up after the Wampa attack. If you look very carefully at these stamps, you can see the date. Very, very tiny. Right there in the corner. It's so small, I mean, it almost just looks like a smear. Once again, the Rebel Alliance logo. I'm starting to wonder if Leet is the only one that has a different logo. I guess we're going to find this out. It seems like they could have put some different things at this point. I mean, R2-D2, of course, with the Rebel Alliance logo. I mean, of course, R2-D2, the classic, one of the most iconic symbols of Star Wars. Here we go again. Rebel Alliance logo on BB-8 and K2SO. But they could have also put, see, K2SO started out as an Imperial droid. They could have stretched their legs a little bit and put an Imperial logo on here. I mean, it's interesting to me that this is the only stamp that has a different logo. This is the only first day cover. I mean, I'm not complaining. I just find it interesting that they only made one different one. They had a great opportunity to put different things, like was the Resistance logo the same as the Rebel Alliance logo? I mean, I don't know. I feel like they missed an opportunity there. You know, my wife's a graphic designer, and this is going to drive her crazy too when she sees it. The fact that they only have one different logo out of all these, that's just really strange. Now let's get to the fun part. This is the special pack. This is the thing that costs the most money. This is the fun thing. This is the thing that the post office got with some graphic designers and Star Wars people and writers to create a special present for the fans here. And so let's see if, like I said, if it is worth your money. And remember, you're going to be dropping the better part of $40 on this if you choose to buy it. And I'm going to tell you, spoiler alert. Hold on. So, spoiler alert, if you don't want to see what's in the package, turn off the video now. I'm carefully opening the package. And the first thing I can show you as I pull this out is there's a nice piece of cardboard in it. Just pretty cardboard that you can draw on. Okay. Next, it all comes in this silver metallic foil stamped folder. And you have an additional sheet of stamps. Hot off the press, nice and shiny. I'll get some more tea here. Okay. Now, you get this. What is this? It's got R2-D2. It says Droid's Galaxy Map. Reading, Star Wars Droids, the marvelous mechanical characters from a galaxy far, far away, have entertained and inspired for more than 4 decades. In the opening moments of the first Star Wars adventure, moviegoers of 1977 were entranced by R2-D2 and C-3PO, the least robotic robots ever seen on screen. These characters were worthy of their own terminology. The groundbreaking film popularized droid as the abbreviation of android and set the stage for numerous adventures to come. Star Wars has given unexpected individualism and humor to a wide array of these inorganic but deeply personable characters. No other film fiction has ever portrayed artificial intelligence so advanced and varied. Aside from the awe-inspiring designs of the droids, much of their appeal derives from their relatability as characters. Droids often exhibit free will, emotion, and funny, quirky personalities, byproducts of accumulated exploits and cobbled together programming. Droids also serve to inspire. Indeed, one of Star Wars creator George Lucas's chief goals has been to encourage inventiveness among students. Lucasfilm, the company he founded, does this by tapping into the fun and intrigue of Star Wars storytelling. A philanthropic initiative, Star Wars Force for Change, aims to help bridge skills gaps in STEM, science, technology, engineering and math, and I believe that is a strange typo right there on technology, unless that's the new way we spell it. Through the initiative, Lucasfilm and parent company Disney have allied with for inspiration and recognition of science and technology first. Is that how we're spelling it these days? Because I will admit I'm a little older and I know things have changed. But I swore that was supposed to be an H. The initiative includes robotics programs that help spark the next generation of diverse creators, thinkers, and innovators. Okay, well, that's great. I'm just a little... there's two typos here. Star Wars Force for Change aims to help bridge skills gaps in STEM. That should be skill gaps, not skills. Gaps is plural, so that should be singular. That drives me a little crazy. And the typo for technology is just, oh my gosh. But anyway, I'm bummed that my map has like some serious grammar problems on it. But let's look at the map. So, Star Wars Galaxy map. So, this is the outer rim. This is the center of the galaxy. Oh, that tea is very good. And what we see here are, I'm guessing, where the droids could be found. So, Kashyyyk, where Chewie's from. And we have a medical droid here. We have Leet here in Kessel, which makes sense because of the Kessel run. Chopper in the center of the galaxy. I need to rewatch Rebels to see if that's correct. But BB-8 I don't see is anywhere near Jakku. Jeddah for K2SO. Was K2SO on Jeddah? Navarro for IG-11. Havoc Outpost for the Gonk. I would feel like that should be Tatooine. Millennium Falcon and D.O. Ryloth. But D.O. was found on that planet. Oh, okay, R2-D2 and Tatooine here. Rhodia, that's where Greedo's from. I mean, the map's still cool. I'm not sure. Okay. Deep core, colonies, inner rim, expansion region, mid rim, hut space, and outer rim. So that's color coded. There's Felucia from Clone Wars. Mon Caleb, where Admiral Akbar's from. Mandalore. Not sure how accurate the map is. On the back of the map, we have a close-up of the stamps and some credits. First day of issue, designer, art director. Who is the copy? Who is the proofreader on this? The copy editor or whatever. I think someone. You had one job. 4 paragraphs. Come on. I paid $35 for this. I hate typos. Okay. Not gonna sweat it. This is the Star Wars Droid's Guide to a Galaxy Far, Far Away. It looks kind of like a passport. So it has this glossy, what is it, embossed? Is that what you say? But it looks and feels like a passport. I like that. And as we open it, it looks like a passport on the inside. Has a picture of the stamps on the first page. And it says, venture to a galaxy far, far away and learn more about the marvelous mechanical characters that have entertained and inspired for more than 4 decades, showcased on an out-of-this-world stamp pane. These 10 Star Wars droids are beloved by fans worldwide for their quirky, funny, and endearingly relatable personalities, byproducts of accumulated exploits and cobbled-together programming. Moviegoers were first immersed in the Star Wars galaxy in 1977. The first film's opening moments recount the misadventures of droids R2-D2 and C-3PO, stranded on the desert planet Tatooine. Ever since, R2, 3PO, and numerous other Star Wars mechanicals have been key for too many thrilling adventures. Go forth and be delighted by these dazzling new stamps. And this is where we get to good stuff. We get bios about the droids in each page, and even a place if you want to even put your stamps, if you just want to stick them in here. They would like that at the post office, because then you wouldn't be redeeming them. C-3PO, a mainstay of nearly all Star Wars stories, is a worry-prone protocol droid conversant in millions of languages. He is shown here on the cold, mountainous road of Kijimi, where his extraordinary memory banks were jeopardized in order to extract vital information during the rise of Skywalker. With all of the plot points they could have brought up, probably the one that none of us want to hear about. Next is Chopper, one of my personal favorite droids. Chopper, the nickname of C-110P, is a grumpy old droid aboard Rebel starship the Ghost. He is an essential, heroic member of the Star Wars Rebels crew nonetheless. Chopper's vintage and shop-worn appearance is actually derived from 1970s concept artwork that evolved into R2-D2. And that is a whole other conversation to get into about Star Wars Rebels. Many of the droids, ships, vehicles, planets, and landscapes were taken directly from Ralph McQuarrie's concept art and applied to Rebels. For example, Zeb, he was the original version of Chewbacca. He was what a Wookiee was supposed to be. The original version of C-3PO was seen in it. It's really, really a great homage to Ralph McQuarrie. 21B. A 21B medical droid is first seen in The Empire Strikes Back. These mechanical medics are equipped to tend to humans and all of the galaxy's diverse biologicals. The 21B is shown aboard Princess Leia's starship, the Tantive 4, a vessel employed for mercy missions. I think they're talking about the scene in Revenge of the Sith when 21B helped deliver Luke and Leia. Here we get to manufacture Halawan Mechanicals. IG-11, a member of the Bounty Hunters Guild, is seen here on the Guild's Ashen homeworld Navarro. Drastic reprogramming transforms this dangerous droid's relationship to a hotly pursued alien called the Child. That's good characterization. Industrial automation, astromech, R2-D2, a pillar of Star Wars stories since the beginning, is an intrepid astromech, mechanically and navigationally gifted. On the desert planet Tatooine, R2 and his allies set off to carry a vital message from Princess Leia to Obi-Wan Kenobi. The galaxy has never been the same since. That's good. K2SO. K2SO is loyal to Rebel Alliance Captain Cassian Andor, who partially reprogrammed the towering Empire security droid. I think that should say Imperial. K2 is glitchy, cynical, and semi-obedient, unnervingly uttering slim survival odds. In Rogue One, K2SO faced the dangers of wintry moon Jeddah. Okay, now this is adding up with the map, because I've forgotten a lot of the names from some of these other movies. Dio is a tiny, excitable, one-wheeled custom droid. Here shown aboard famed freighter the Millennium Falcon, Dio was previously found lying dormant and was recharged by BB-8. Impressionable Dio emulates his spherical droid rescuer. It's cute. Poor Dio. Leet is a rare combination astromech and protocol droid. She is self-made, a gifted navigator, and an outspoken advocate of droid rights. In Solo, a Star Wars story, she and Lando Calrissian co-pilot the Millennium Falcon to Kessel, a cavernous mining planet, for a dangerous raid. BB-8, rolling spherical marvel. BB-8 is an astromech droid and a fan favorite since his debut in The Force Awakens. Fiercely loyal to Poe Dameron, Rey, and their Resistance allies, the brilliant childlike BB-8 is here seen on the jungle moon Ajun Kloss. Gonk droids are often seen but seldom mentioned throughout the Star Wars stories. But these unassuming walking batteries are vital, providing power throughout the highly mechanical galaxy. In the Star Wars Rebels TV series, one Gonk at the Rebels Havoc Outpost holds vital secrets. Okay, that explains that part of the map. Okay, well, the book fills in my questions on the map. So, there you go. This is all of the offerings from the post office, and I have no regrets. An exciting addition to my stamp collection. Some of my favorite characters committed to these stamps, and an interesting book and a pretty map. So there were a few little issues, but all things considered, I have no regrets for this purchase. I'm going to treasure this along with my other Star Wars stamps. And with that, I guess I'll go ahead and call this video done. And yeah, until my next video, I hope you choose to subscribe if you just stumbled upon this. If you like my channel, this is what you can expect. I just do different things all the time. I like to showcase fun things I find, and that's about it. Nothing more to it. And until next time, bye.